back to World of Warcraft.
So I just decided to start streaming again. I'm in the queue for LFR. I was planning on waiting until I actually was getting into the dungeon, but then I wandered towards the invasion area, and I figure, hey, why not just show off some of the invasion stuff some more? Why not? Whoa, he disappeared quickly. I wonder if people are using, like, low-level characters with certain enchantments to just blow these things up really fast, because that guy lost all of his HP very, very quickly. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, we should get into a raid relatively quickly. We've got, we're going toward the Bastion of Shadows, which I think I have an idea of how to handle the mechanics. I think I've probably done it. It looks like there's only 2 bosses in there, because I'm pretty sure that Fellord Zakoon is the first boss of the next one. And I'm pretty So I think that the next one is Zakoon to Velhari. And I know that Gorefiend is the last boss of one of them. So that means that these 2 are the only ones that are in between there. So presumably those are the ones that we're doing. So Mordrethal over here is getting his barriers dropped before we even start, which is nice. Ouchies! So we're just gonna poke our way through here. I'm gonna confirm that I have sound before we even... Yep. And we do have audio, so we're fine. And hopefully we will get some good times going here. So I'm gonna be doing some invasion stuff, and I'm gonna be doing some what's the word? See, like, that guy just lost half of his life. Look at this. He's down to... I don't think he's getting killed that quickly because of something that a level 100 is doing. I think what's happening is that the enemy is scaled. Basically, the enemy loses max HP based off of like a scaled value. And for level 100, I think it's tuned really high. I'm talking like, you know, eye level 720, 730, something like that. But I think that it's obviously not tuned that hard for lower stuff. So I'm guessing that someone is like enchanted and, you know, everything to the gills, like some lower level character, and so they're dealing 4 or 5 times, maybe 10 times the amount of damage that the game expects them to be doing at that level. And so they hit these things and half of its life goes away. Because we saw that with 2 separate bosses where they just sort of... Was it 2? 3 separate bosses where their HP just all of a sudden, one smack, 30% of their life's gone. It's like, where the hell did it go? So that would be my guess. And this is the first time I've actually explored Westfall, which is kind of interesting. Clark. Okay, this thing is chasing somebody? Oh no, it killed somebody already. Okay, so this is... Wow, that was with 2 separate cooldowns. This thing hits like a Fell Reaver. Am I alone? So, I don't have... Ouch. 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 Wait. Well, that's a thing. Yeah, I just can't out. I can't out heal the amount of damage that does. What the hell? Oh no! I have to walk. It doesn't revive me automatically. Some bull crap. It's fine. We'll get over there. So did I already loot the thing? Let's get it. And the Fell Reaper is still alive.
Your time on this world ends now, demon. Allies, gather
It
at
is
Sentinel
still
Hill.
alive. Yeah, Fell Reapers hit hard. So one of the things that I noticed is you'll note that I have a lot less nether shards now. You can actually use your nether shards to get gear that you can then disenchant. So I've been disenchanting everything basically. Fragment of Argus. Okay, I figure I'll probably take some damage within the next 20 seconds. One of the things that I haven't been doing properly is that trinket needs to be used constantly. Because that trinket it lasts for 20 seconds. So it's actually really hard to not... Whoa. Oh shit. Wee. Oh shit. Hi, friend. It's really difficult to actually not take enough damage to break it within the time limit. I'm not going to bother heading up to my corpse. There's really not much point. So, we'll just wait. Just wait it out. Slowly but surely. I'm actually surprised I did that much damage. Do I want to... Why not? Let's get involved here. And it looks like the boss is actually on an NPC now, so... As long as it doesn't turn around, it'll be pretty easy to deal with. Just keep punching him in the face. Keep on punching, punching. That Chaos Wave is kind of interesting because I think the Chaos Wave... Whoa, Jesus. That was probably a bit excessive in terms of cooldowns used, but whoa, hi, friend. Ah, didn't work. Oh shit, he's on me now. Hi. Anyway, it's difficult to not use that amount of damage in 20 seconds. So you should always just use your trinket if you have that.
Westfall Brigade is in
And I'm actually really surprised. I was expecting that by the time I got to the first Legion invasion that I would queue in, but now it's been almost 20 minutes. It's been 22 minutes, which is more than 20 minutes and not almost 20 minutes. But it's been quite a bit longer than I was expecting it to be. But on the plus side, it does mean that I can start moving toward the last one over there. But doing the LFR stuff is mostly something I'm doing for money. I get a lot of money when I complete the ones that have the call to arms. So these Savage Satchels of Cooperation are very useful. And doing these invasions is really good for collecting enchanting resources. Of course, I don't necessarily have a lot of reason to need enchanting resources. So I guess I should be using this once per day. And I guess I should be doing this once per day, I guess, as well. So I'll do both of those. I do want to do enough disenchanting to get my disenchanting skill up to 50, though, because typically that's what I don't usually use my resources until then. But Draenor actually does change up the mechanics a bit, and it is preferable to just go ahead and do that. Also, I can disenchant this. And wow. Now, the weird thing here is that there's a call to arms for tanks, but no call to arms for healers. You would be able to see it right here if there was. Kinda crazy. Call to arms tank. Time in queue, 25 minutes. I can only imagine what it's like for DPS to try and queue into raids. Like these LFR things. I can't even imagine it. Because occasionally you do need more DPS, but the call to arms is very rarely for DPS. Most people, the vast majority of players, play DPS, which is kind of interesting to think about, because every group requires one tank and one healer, but 3 DPSers. So there's, if you combine both the healers and the tanks, they're only making up 40% of your average group. So, the vast majority of players are just puttering around on DPS and not playing as either tanks or as healers. I'm a little surprised that more people aren't doing tank, because I keep getting called arms for tanks, so they're presumably low on tanks. But I'm surprised that there aren't more of them now, because the new, flavor of the month class is a tank character. So it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But that's okay. 25 minutes. We're going to complete this other invasion before this ticks over. But the nice thing is that the invasions are the only way that I'm going to be getting meaningful upgrades for now. I mean, I can get some off of mythic dungeons as well, but I don't think any of this LFR stuff is going to have a chance of getting me any upgrades. And in terms of mythics, I actually only have 2 more mythics left for the week. So I still need to do Shadow Moon, and I need to do Grimrail. I'd prefer to do Grimrail with Ash, because I honestly do not remember the mechanics for this boss. The second boss is just a nightmare to deal with. And based off of the kind of stuff that I was dealing with the other group, where it's like, oh yeah, let's just have everyone DPSing the target who's completely invulnerable to harm for a minute and a half while he just sits at 25% life. I don't think he becomes completely invulnerable to harm. That's slight hyperbole, but I think he's basically immune to harm. So let's find out. What is his thing? What was that? Upper Blackrock Spire, and it was Orbender Kyosan. Move out of Shrapnel Nova. Open rune conduits. The funny thing is that I'm not even supposed to be doing this. It's supposed to be the DPSers. Okay, so there you go. So each one reduces damage taken by 14%. So when there were 8 of them active, he's not taking any damage at all. So how many does he activate? Guess it doesn't really say. Every 0.8 seconds it does 100,000 damage. Ouch. It's painful. Now I know why that was tearing me up so bad. nasty business. I still haven't socketed this ring, but I guess it's kind of silly to worry about. Honestly, it's basically going to be replaced pretty much right off the bat. Most of this stuff is. Almost all of this gear should be replaced really quickly in the expansion. But maybe not a few pieces. So a couple of pieces I should probably get around to enchanting. The gloves are 720. This is 735. So a 735 piece of gear is probably going to last a pretty decent while. I'll have to check. So I should probably enchant this. The 710s, these definitely not. There's no reason to enchant the weapons. It's going to be really expensive. And in addition to being really expensive, that's the first thing that's going to happen is those weapons are going to go goodbye. Getting the item level up to 725 is probably worthwhile just because you are going to basically spend... Oh, there we go. Finally. You're going to spend very little time, but all of that time is time building toward finishing the first couple of instances that you need to do before you can actually start the expansion. And I'd like to be able to start the expansion as quickly as possible, get the quests done, and just sort of get things going as fast as humanly possible. So we're gonna just queue into this. So I'm just gonna wander away. There's no real reason to get engaged in combat. I guess I could disenchant something. So hopefully another healer exists somewhere. Okay. Well, that's the thing that happened. So we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to make a Secret of Draenor enchanting. I think we can do this as much as we want, but we don't really want to right now. Oh wow, I got both Sorceress Air and Sorceress Fire. Ash is going to be very excited if he sees my inventory. Hungering Monostalker. So, it's been 30 minutes of sitting around waiting. Well, okay, fine. We did an invasion in the meantime. We're doing another invasion here. But I'm actually really surprised that it's been such a long queue. That's a very long...
Brutish force, they grow stronger. Do not falter.
Some sort of bug in my face. And let's see. I just wanted to check to make sure that the thing was still active. Looks like it was. Who is Tippy Toe?
Don't have a target.
Is that someone's pet or something? What are people doing to cause... What the hell was that? That thing just went from 80% to dead. That one just died instantly. So there has to be some, like, mechanical... I hesitate to say exploit, but there's something going on where people are just insta-giving these things. I guarantee you it's the low-level players. It has to do with the way that it scales. Like, maybe the PvPers are coming in with, like, you know, the twinks. So it's like, it's a level 39 character that has more HP than your average level 60. Which is, yes, a thing that I've seen. I have seen characters, and then I was leveling that character up, and by the time I got to the point where I had as much HP as characters, it was like 30 or 40 levels later. It's really, really crazy. The insta-give boss ability. Buff still on from broken shore. Oh, so it looks like it is max level players. So it's max level players that are utilizing. Some of the event buff, I guess, that they should still have, maybe. Arctole meets Arcuthas.
I can't attack that target.
I don't know why I did that. Just wasted a cooldown. Why am I not healing? Pop that. Oh, that's why I'm not healing, because he keeps dumping this asshole move on me. God, I hate this move. Hey, it was all absorbed. Nice. All absorbed. So we've got the ability to pick up 5 more things to disenchant right now. We're up to 221 Draenic Dust. That's the guy I need to kill. Demon Fresh. But yeah, you definitely do like learn your rotation and stuff better as you practice on these invasions. I really do think that they were a great idea, because they're hard enough that you have to actually practice your rotation and stuff like that. As a tank, it's very difficult to survive some of these fights. Some of them, I don't see how you would. Where are you at, tanks? But yeah, actually, it's interesting because I mentioned that, like, healers tend to be really lazy, and that's very much true. There's this sort of like chip on the shoulder that healers often, not all healers, not all, don't get me wrong, not all healers are like this, but there is a very real tendency for healers to get this chip on their shoulder where they feel like they're doing you a favor for playing a video game, right? And it used to be, and like how high of quality they were playing didn't matter because they were deigning to heal you, and so even if they were doing a poor job of it, you couldn't complain. And I still remember to this day, there was a healer that I was grouped with in EverQuest, and he, at some point, one of the rogues or some other class pulled aggro. I don't think it was a rogue because it was someone who was reasonably durable, but it wasn't the main tank. And they pulled aggro and just died slowly. Like it wasn't a fast kill. It was like they pulled aggro and then the thing smacked them a couple times, and then they pulled aggro again a little later, and then it was one of those things where it would be very trivial for the healer to heal through the damage that they took. the healer refused, did not heal through it. And when the person died, the healer rezzed them and said basically, you know, if you pull aggro again, that's what's happening. I'm not healing you. And it was really weird because there was this sort of like, it felt like a tyranny almost, right, that was going on because of this healer. And I'll never forget that. And it used to be that tanks were kind of similar in a lot of ways. Like it used to be back in the days where all you had to do was spam Sunder, and the DPSers had to manage their DPS, and there was no way that you could do enough threat that nobody could take aggro off of you, because Sunder just didn't generate enough threat, and there weren't any other tanks. Like, it was just warriors. I mean, there was a prot spec for a paladin, but it was a prot spec that made you a tankier healer. And there was a retribution spec which you used if you wanted everyone to know that you were a noob. Because ret was terrible. Anyway, so back in those days, I definitely did encounter some tanks who had a similar sort of mentality where they felt like, oh, well, as long as I'm, you know, performing the role, not regardless of how well I'm doing at doing it, the very fact that I'm doing it means that nobody can complain about anything that I do, right? You can't hold me accountable for quality because I'm just too special. I'm a special snowflake. And it used to be that tanks were like that as well, but eventually it came to a point where tanks actually, you know, they had to perform in order to do anything. And then eventually tanks got the ability to actually deal damage and stuff like that. So, but like nowadays, tanks are reliant on themselves to keep themselves alive first, right? Like a healer can't keep a bad tank alive through much, because if I let demon spikes go down for a long period of time, I'm taking over twice as much damage. Look at this. It's 20% parry chance and 46% physical damage. Nobody can heal if I don't use this. And sometimes I forget to, and my HP starts going down like nobody's business, and I say, oh shit, right, I forgot to open with 4. Also, it's been 40 minutes. Are you serious? Are you for serious right now? See, I started up this stream thinking it would take a couple of minutes before I get into the dungeon, and it turns out that it's going to be a very substantially longer period than that. So I'm thinking about actually queuing in for a random heroic. Heroic might be fun. Alternatively, I could buy some stuff to disenchant, but that's boring. I don't think that you guys are going to want to watch that. So instead, I'm going to queue up for this, and if we get into one, we get into one, and if we don't, we don't. As for what I do in the meantime, I made 2 Secrets of Draenor. Oh, I need to go back to my garrison just to learn some of these enchantments. So let's do that. I do love that Arc looks pretty much exactly how I want him to look, and that I don't need to worry about any more transmog stuff. Later on, they might introduce some equipment that looks to me like something I really want on Arc, but for now, everything looks boring except for the stuff that I already have. So, what did I need to do here? I ported here for a reason. Architect table. That's exactly what I need.
So, what's next, Commander? I'm on.
Okay. Building for professions. So, this is... Okay, let's build an enchanter's study. And... leatherworking stuff. Okay. Enables access to your bank. Increases work orders. Salvage yard is kind of boring. So, with that being the case, it's kind of boring. Make a tavern. Lumber mill, trading post. Grants access to Shatari defense or Laughing Skull factions. Ooh, level 3 increases reputation gain in Draenor. I'm gonna build one of these because I can upgrade this. Never mind.
What's your name?
Never mind. Congratulations. So is it built? Primal Trader. No, it's not built yet. I don't know why he's telling me congratulations. One of my peons is sleeping. Lazy bum. Excavation? What are they excavating? Huh. I wonder what they're doing. Oh, either way. God, 44 minutes. This is ridiculous. These queue times. Killing me. Killing me. Well, I have 300 nether shards almost. I guess I'm gonna have to wander around for a bit since this queue is taking a completely unreasonable period of time. And again, I was expecting to get in there in like 10 minutes or so, and instead I'm getting in there in a million years. So, let's go. I still don't know where this supposed... There's supposed to be a rare there, but I don't see it. Maybe it's underground, a cave somewhere. Do I have a ship? I'm gonna go down there because this seems like... I don't know, it seems slightly promising. Okay. Okay, we need to land on this. And whoop, whoop, whoop. There's a rare here. Chill Fang. Well, that's cool. So we can kill a rare at the very least. Hello, Chill Fang. Goodbye, Chill Fang. And we get in the queue. This is for the 5-man though. Oh my god. That is hilarious. So we're going to be doing Skyreach Heroic. It should be trivially easy, but it will give me a little bit of Valor, and, you know, it'll presumably make someone's day as they...
Skyreach.
Oh my god, look at
I
that.
have not been this close
638k
to her in
now.
many years. The High Sage will be well protected. We can fly no closer.
We can fly no closer. You can just fly me directly to the top. Just see, don't fly under. Don't fly me up. No. See, turn right and then just drop me. Or not. Just drop me right on the boss, man. Just do it. It's gonna be fine.
Destroy their false sun. That we may meet again in the shade.
All right, so let's hopefully do this properly. Oh, he died fast. And I guess this guy is ranged, so I should bring them to him instead of the other way around.
I need to get closer.
Wow. No, I am not doing that much damage. Jesus. Well, we're doing quite a bit of damage. Whee! Can you imagine if I had Sigil of Flame on my thinger? It's crazy. These deeps.
I don't have a target.
Let's do it. I remember how hard this was. Because this is on Heroic. This isn't like it's on normal or something. This is on Heroic. And I remember how goddamn difficult it was back in the day. Because, like, these things just hit so hard.
I need to get closer.
There. We need to pull the boss back this way because we don't want him near that wind wall. Damn it, there's another wind wall being put up here. Okay, 4 winds. Good. The 4 winds are pushing us to the left, so...
I need a target.
There we go. And we can disenchant that. And I could silence that, and I guess I probably should have.
It's too far away.
Alright, well, next boss. I don't think that the mechanic for this boss is going to matter at all, so
I need to get closer.
go ahead and kill this guy. And someone got locked out because they didn't bother to walk in. They were casting a spell and got locked out. Oh right, I'm supposed to dodge that. Whoops. Whoopsie doopsie. Oh, whoops, maybe I should get in this. And...
Something first.
I'll need to work on that. And walking, 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 we got to the next boss and... So, we're probably gonna skip the heroics from now on. I was thinking that I didn't realize just how quickly I would escalate to this point where, like, I'm just outgearing the area so much that I'm, like, obliterating it solo. This feels like doing a lower level dungeon, and this is on a heroic, which is kind of crazy. This is heroic, right? It's crazy to think of. This does not feel like heroic. Hard like hero with more. Except heroic isn't really that hard anymore. Immolation does a lot of my damage. Immolation Aura is my top damage done right now. It's sitting at 43% of my total damage done. That is kind of insane. I wonder if I could prevent that. There's no reason to get out of this, I'm just gonna tank it. I have my cooldowns to use. Like, I have not actually broken through my absorption shield. If that thing had broken through my absorption shield, then I would obviously get out. But if it's not getting out through my absorption shield, I'm not going to get out. But if you are anyone who is going to take damage from the effect, you obviously need to get out. Especially if you're the healer. I don't know what the healer was doing. It's not appropriate. Anyway, we're just gonna move forward. Ooh, this increases my movement speed. Woo! Ready for raiding. Yeah, I do think that I'm gonna get pushed around quite a bit if I get to, if I use my jump, but I think I might be able to. Whoa! Let's see how far I can get. Let's do it! Woo. Hey! Nailed it! And I was able to keep moving. I was worried that I was just gonna get, like, during the animation, I was just gonna get pushed back. But that did not happen. Alright, well, I'm gonna pull the boss. Or not the boss, the mobs. I have an absorption, so I should be able to tank for now. I should have gotten that flash heal. Self-destruct. Denied. But the nice thing is that when you do pull that pack, it gets rid of the wind, so it makes it faster for everyone to get to you. Unless it's when you kill them, but I think it is when you pull. So I'm just going to interrupt this so that I can get my energy on. And then we got an empower going. Okay. So I explode, but I explode far away from the pack, I think. It can be hard to tell sometimes because for the duration of the entire move, you are actually considered to be standing where you were standing at the start. So it can actually be very difficult to judge the exact timing on where you, like when you appear at the new location. Because you start out at one location and you do not go in between the two. You immediately appear at the end, but you don't appear at the end when you would think. You appear at the other end at the end of the animation, not when you land at the other side. It's kind of weird. Like, I've been hit by a lot of mechanics after I land at the other side. Then again, it could just be that it's sort of like my latency. This poor person. None of the other DPS, none of the DPS are on it. It's a good thing I'm here. No. Denied. Monomania? What does that mean? Oh, kill her without just feeding any of the shield constructs. Huh. That's funny. I didn't realize. Alright, well. We're done. So that's the end of the dungeon, I think. Right? Yeah. So we got our Valor, we can exit the group. And that was kind of amusing. I was not expecting it to be quite that weak. Demon Hunter's OP, man. Item level 711 in Heroic. I do love how casual the aura, the immolation aura move is. Like, the way that it's used is just so beautiful. So, this quest is put out in the middle of the ocean. So, that's not a thing that's happening. 636. $636 gear. So, here's the question. We've been in the queue for an hour. Is it at some point going to get us in a dungeon? It looks like these things haven't reset. So, I could still do a mythic. Why is Shilfang showing up as a rare now and didn't show up as rare before when I actually killed it? It's weird. It's broken. let's just walk up here and see what we can find. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. We have this off cooldown. I'm going to start doing the Brawlers Guild, because why not? Brawlers Guild is fun. I really enjoy doing it. I don't remember the mechanics for most of the fights, so it will be an exciting time trying to do them. They do have a lot of sort of insta-give mechanics where you have to do something, before you die. I think that most of these are going to be really easy. I don't know if all of them are going to be really easy or not, because I don't know how far it scales. I know that on my Hunter, I don't remember when this was. It was when I was raiding. I hit a brick wall with the this one guy, because basically my only defensive cooldown prevented me from doing any damage, and since I couldn't do any damage while that cooldown was up, it meant that I couldn't blow up his orbs and kill him, because I just didn't have the HP. Like, I would just die. I didn't have enough self-healing or mitigation to do the whole fight. So if I go in here as tank spec, I think that I'll have a pretty easy time of it, because I don't think the enraged timers are going to be that meaningful with like 611 item level or whatever I'm at now. And the most difficult part will be that my positional is a little weak for this kind of stuff. Interesting. So, how do I get in here? What? What? The arena's closed? That's unacceptable.
My goods are
You can't close
crafted
the
with
arena
great
on
care.
me.
I hope to see you again soon.
You can't close the arena. God damn it. Okay, well, what am I going to do then? If there's no arena, what am I going to do? There's no invasions. This thing's taken a million years. It's been over an hour. Statistics, huh?
Time is money, friend.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Keep it real.
Oh, I don't know what to do then. Guess I'll have to figure out something else to do. I mean, I could find a group for Shadow Moon, rather. I don't think Shadow Moon is too difficult. This could be funny. New tanks welcome. Well, this could be fun. Low stress, new tanks welcome. I haven't tanked in a long time. Let's try it. The item level required is extremely low. Let's see what they say. New tanks welcome, but will they accept someone who hasn't tanked it in a long time? I've tanked it on a paladin before. That's all I've done. Because doing Grimrail Depot would be a nice thing to get done, actually. I like the low stress moniker that they put out there, because, like, it's gonna be fine. We'll all do fine. As long as, people are actually competent. If they aren't competent and they all have 660 gear, then that will be painful. So there's a Dread Infiltrator, Valley of Spirit, Valley of Strength Elevator. So hopefully we can get to this infiltrator before it dies. Who said that? Yungli. But I don't see Yungli there. There's no elevator in Valley of Spirits, is there? Yungi. Elevator near PvP. Oh, this elevator. Gotcha. Alright, well. This should go reasonably fast. I can't believe we've been in the queue for an hour. This guy does not really seem to do much. Like, he is barely touching this Vala check. Empirically, what's kind of... Tiny tusks, tiny tusks. He died. And I got 10 Nartha shards. Okay, well. Unfortunately, we didn't get what we were looking for, but that's okay. Okay, so we've signed up for this thing. They have not responded. Slag Mines, Iron Docks. Shadow Moon, can't do it because we don't have that level 720. Interestingly enough, when they say in the text 720 plus, but they don't require it, my assumption is always that the person who's asking for that number does not actually have an eye level that high. Iron Docks, we've already done. We could do Shadow Moon if we want. Let's see. So Grimrail. I can't be a healer, so that doesn't help me any. Did I filter this? No. Okay, so 24, 23, 22. Skyreach. Grimrail. I could do that, I guess. Your application expired. Don't be shit. This is really sad. I was not expecting there to be this level of... Do I want to sign up as DPS? No, because they're full. Second boss. Do not need. Blah blah. Is there any... Nope, no invasions are active yet. Well, poopy. This is not fair at all. I can't do the arena thing, which would have been awesome. And the queue for the rating is taking a million years. Who's Maron? Oh, he's like the... Let's do this daily, why not? Let's do it. What's up? Crawfish Creole.
For the horde.
Catch crayfish. Okay. Leaf Mender Hood. Let's delete that. Walking along and killing things. So I can just walk up to the crayfish and pick them up that way? Okay. Well, let's kill it. Nope. Good. Wee, yoop. Yay! Yay! Unfortunately, I can't hover while underwater. Though you can, and this is really cool, it's going to be useful for when I'm leveling in the expansion, you can actually jump out of the water and then hover. And so instead of getting like normal scale shade, you can actually hover a pretty substantial distance, which basically allows you to use your hover speed instead of your swim speed, which is really useful. In addition to being able to just jump. So you can just jump across a pool of water.
What be on your mind? Spirits be with you, man.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Reports at Gramash Hold mailbox. Are you going to finally... Oh, good. If one of the healers declines, I'm gonna cry.
How you doing, man?
You have the aura of one who is questioned. What? Why is his box hostile?
I got what you need.
His box is hostile.
Are there demons nearby?
Mortally wounded enemy of trivial difficulty. There we go. So we finally got into the raid. So we'll be able to do the raid. It'll be glorious. Death will come to all who oppose us, and all of that jazz. And I don't actually see anybody. There we go, people are starting to appear. I do not remember this at all. Is Yorns? Yorns is a demon hunter as well, so I guess I'm just going to be the one in charge. Oh, actually, let's grab Healthstone. Yeah, baby. I'm going to wait for this patrol to move around, because I don't want to pull the whole pack. I want to pull everything in the world. Let's grab just this guy, I guess. Eh. There we go. Where are their HP bars? Oh shit. So someone pulled the rest of them. On the plus side, damage output is not too bad. I don't see their HP bars for some reason. Okay, well. Cleared. Interesting. Yorns is actually doing the most damage in the whole group. Guess that means I should probably step up on a game. Oh boy. I've been disoriented. I still don't understand why I can't see everybody's HP bars.
It's too far away.
I can't see all the enemy's HP bars,
Target something first.
which is kind of confusing to me. So I don't. I actually just read up on this fight and I don't remember it at all. So it's pass the eye, move away from other players if targeted by the chakram. Okay, well I'm not targeted by that chakram, so I don't know why I did that. Because I think one of the things that I haven't really done in my rotation on my tank, because I'm a tank and haven't really wanted to. Who's that? Sure, I'll come back here. Because I'm a tank and haven't really. Sacrifice my potential maneuverability and thus survivability for the sake of doing a little bit more damage, but the strike thing that I have actually does do enough damage to justify using it. So on the tank, you should also not necessarily use it on cooldown, but try to keep it from stacking. You shouldn't have multiple stacks of it, unless you're going to be using unless you're gonna need to use it for positional for some reason.
I need to get closer.
And he's just chilling over there. Yeah, this I don't think is really much of a two-tank fight. Seems pretty simple. Maybe on the higher difficulties it's two-tank, but he doesn't appear to have any mechanics that require a tank swap. I'm curious whether she's still top damage. Yes! She's top damage done right now. That's actually really impressive. I guess I also... You know what? I should be using this kind of on cooldown. I have a really big nuke on a 1 minute cooldown that it's a defensive cooldown, so I don't like to use it. But there were like 3 people right in the center here who all just blew up on the raid. It's like, come on guys, don't blow up on the raid. Don't do that. But yeah, I just get to sort of putter around here, don't have to do too much. Chop, chop, chop. Low in cooldowns, because that's like 100,000 damage. It's a pretty good amount of damage. In addition, it also does more damage over time, so... it's worthwhile to use. But yeah, I should also be using this. Oh shit, I'm standing straight in that conduit. Let's not do that. That is a really cool sound effect for that move, by the way. The music really pitches up in preparation for it. Is that off the global cooldown? I think it is. Chop, 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 chop. And number 1 down. So, is this me? Nope. I am way behind the other tank. Wonder why. Soul Cleave. She's doing more damage with her Soul Cleaves than I am. So I guess she's just not capping energy as much as I am. Well, keep on keeping on. Protocol destruction. Whoa, shit. I just got knocked all the way. I wasn't expecting to get hit by that same move twice in a row. Look at this, all 4 people are Demon Hunters. All 4 of the top DPS. And the top 2 in DPS are the tanks, which is really funny, actually. And chop, chop, chop. This is current fight, right? Yeah. That's really impressive.
They come for me. Stop them, Sargerai.
Stop them, Sargerai! Oh. Ooh. That hurt. I don't know if this is magic or physical damage, actually. I'm pretty impressed with her. Like, I don't know what's... Because I'm pretty sure she has a lower item level than I do. Oh boy. No reason to stand in that. They're actually... You can get them with hard CC. So here's the question, if you can get him with hard CC, you can get him with a silence. Yes, but it doesn't work. He's silenced, but he's not actually prevented from using that move, so... This is probably me down here. Yeah. Chop, 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 chop. Ah, interesting. Okay, so Soulseer is a channel, so you want to get them to the max there. So for this one, I should be the one who's jumping into the construct, since she's been the primary tank for this whole time, so... What? So we needed to tank swap because he opened up with reverberating blow. So now I've got 3 stacks of reverberating blow. So we both have stacks of reverberating blow, so it doesn't really matter who. Does it. But what does matter is that they need to be done away from one of us. So... Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Was that for reverberating blow again? Oh shit, I'm in the fire. Okay, so she's taking the reverberating blow. It's now my turn to take the next one. Okay, I'm gonna try and get in this. Okay, so I have no idea how this works, but I don't know what this does. Okay. Is there a right click on this guy? Yes. This is very bad. So basically, the last time I didn't have these kinds of problems. Shit. So that interrupts him as well. So this is kind of cool. I don't see the actual damage from my right click, but I'm sure it's there. His Exert Dominance does need to be interrupted, and I'm not sure if it should be me who's doing it. Unfortunately, the Dominator needs to die. So... On the plus side, the boss is dying faster than I am, so that's good. Whoa. I need to pay more attention to those guys. But yeah, somebody is interrupting, and that is very good, because if nobody was interrupting, then... I think in the last one, pretty much nobody was interrupting. So... it was a very difficult position to be in. Now, we've just got chain interrupts going out on this guy. It's great. Oh, I didn't interrupt him. Oh, this doesn't interrupt? Huh. Based on the timing, it felt like it had interrupted. So I guess I can right click on this guy too. Let's back away from these. And pretty simple so far, actually. Being in this gizmo is really not terribly difficult. It's a pretty simple pet. Look at that. 87% of my damage came from the pet. But yeah, so that thing is really important. So how much of it was the right click? Just standard melee made up a total of 30% of the damage. So that is really huge. So you got to make sure that you right click on the guy. I don't think if you use the ability, I don't think the ability just automatically turns on right click. It's something that is important for a lot of vehicles that you get into, actually. So I guess there is another boss here. That's a lot of enemies. It seems to be working so far. Sir? Yours is just going crazy, man.
It's too far away.
I need to figure out what she's doing so differently from me that she is doing that much more damage than me. Because that is really, really impressive. It is very important for tanks to do good DPS in the next expansion. It's just critical that you actually are able to output DPS. So I need to figure out what on earth she is doing. Because I feel like I'm doing a reasonably decent job, and then she's just outpacing me by 50%. And she has less HP than I do, so her item level is presumably lower. So I need to figure out what the hell she is actually doing. Because it's kind of crazy. Look at that. So Immolation Ore is 41%. So Immolation Ore is actually more for damage than it is mine, which would imply that I either don't have enough uptime, or that she actually maybe just has better itemized gear for damage or something like that. Because yeah, she's just tearing stuff to shreds. How? How on earth? Is it this? Is that trinket making that big of a difference? That's... I don't... Yes, she has DPS trinkets equipped. And those DPS trinkets are in fact making that big of a difference. I would guarantee it. This trinket here can give you really, really crazy damage. Yeah, and this gives a 10% additional boost against demons, which is what we're fighting now. I'd say that some of that damage is probably just the fact that she's got better gear than I do right now for tank. Sorry, not for tank, for DPS. And she's wearing DPS gear while tanking, which is fine if you're tanking easy stuff. But she does have some really weak high level gear as well. So I don't know. She is also using consumables, but I don't know. That's crazy. That's really insane. Illusions. Oh, she's also got her weapons enchanted and shit like that. Okay. I might need to enchant my stuff, actually. Because if that's what I should be capable of, then... Oh shit, she has... Who is it that does that? I don't even know. I don't have an AoE. It has to be the Vindicator, maybe? Let me get the big one off of her either way. Yes, okay, so it's the Vindicator. Gotcha.
I can't attack that target.
Okay, well, she's gone for a period of time. I think that we can pull without her. I don't think that it's going to be a problem. Because she does do a lot of damage, and she is one of the tanks, but I think it's fine. As long as this protector guy doesn't get too many stacks of this debuff on me. Yep, I'm in trouble. But he's almost dead, so there we go. All set. Okay. Corrupting Slash. Several stacks. That's a lot of guys. Debating. Let's see. How far away is she? Close enough. Woo! Oops, I just used my interrupt instead of my damage block. So that one's done. I don't have my positional, but that's okay. Whee! Chop, chop, chop. Nope. Double denied. Nope. Triple denied. Triple interrupt. Okay. I wonder how if you could actually kill that chick fast enough that she did not get to summon these guys. That would be kind of cool, I think. Oh, but sorry. How many stacks does she have? 8. She has way too many stacks. I wasn't paying enough attention.
It's too far away.
I actually had to hover over her picture. So
The Eridar are no strangers.
okay, so she did 2 stacks. She's at 3 stacks. I'm gonna get her to 5, then taunt. Because I think that... Actually, I'm just gonna let her get to 4, taunting. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Oops. My bad. This is a cool fight. Chop, 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 chop. Don't get behind me. This is some bullshit. You see that? She just walked up behind me. It's like, oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. Whee! That doesn't do enough damage for me to feel like I need to dodge it, but I really should be dodging it. So she's activating Aura of Contempt now. I don't have any stacks. Yours is up to... She has plenty of stacks, so let's... And this version is actually 10%, not the 5% from the others, so... Quantum Corrosion. It's really weird seeing a demon use a breath weapon and then realizing, oh wait, no, that's not something I need to care about. So once my stacks are gone, I'll just taunt off. Or I don't know how many stacks that will be for her. Okay, my stacks are gone, I'll just taunt. So my stacks are falling. I'm going to accumulate a little bit more energy before I taunt, and taunting now. Am I standing in something? Oh, there's death here somewhere. She's invincible right now.
I'm out of range.
Hey, Enchanter's study complete. Okay, I need to... Shit. I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh, I'm standing in the death. God. I can barely see that effect. I like for some reason I can barely see that effect. Like it's like you're standing in the death. Don't stand in the death. But But it's all shiny and glowy. I can't tell the difference between that ground effect and like the ground effects of like all the other shit that's going on. It doesn't distinctly look to me like, oh, that's bad, need to get out of it. Because I've never seen that animation before, I don't think. I think this is the first time I've ever seen it. So, let's see. Bad hide breaches. And that's it for this dungeon. So, I think all we have left is the final area. So we might as well head there and see how that one goes. I don't know how long the queue will be, but I should be able to at least do invasions in the interim. So that'll be good. It is 7:12 or 7:13, depending on which clock you use. I still can't believe I'm standing in the death so much. God, it's just bad. Like, I don't know why. For some reason, that death did not look important to me. I don't know why. I'm just bad. I have no excuse. There is no excuse for that. It's just not good play. So, let's see here. We are going to try to queue up, not for a mythic, but for... I think the last one is just the Black Gate, so... This one is just the final boss and a couple of trash pulls. So. 61. So we're already at 9,089 gold after playing for a couple weeks, which is kind of cool. And we can look at skilling skills, look at enchanting. Now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna grab a crayfish. And grab this crayfish. So what's the time? It says that the average wait time is 1 minute. I figured that the average wait time for this one would be substantially better, because this I think is a more high impact area. So we'll see. What's up, man?
You come get the voodoo.
You come get the voodoo. And out. Apparently, track demons is really good for getting the those guys. So I might putter around on Korbrick for a while, because I can just walk around every 15 minutes and do it. Whereas with this character, I have to actually wait a minute in between each guy, which is not as effective. So let's take a look here. We've got Baleful Cloth. We can send that to Sylria, my little priest that I'm probably never going to use. Because I can't actually disenchant this stuff, unfortunately. Anything else that's cloth? Mail, plate, mail. Yep. Let's see. I guess we should probably look up this boss. So, Hellfire Citadel. Let's take a look at Archimond. Archimond assaults players with the might of the Burning Legion, gaining new abilities each time his health is reduced by 15%, eventually summoning Rain of Chaos to destroy Draenor. Oh, cool. As Archimond desecrates the land, players must protect themselves with the light of the Naru. So as a tank, you need to kill the Hellfire Deathcallers, and in the Twisting Nether there is death to avoid. And what else is there? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember anything else being terribly interesting, actually. So overall data, I was third. Look at this. There's 3 Demon Hunters in the top 3 there. Only 2 for the top for this fight. It's got to be very sad. This is a discipline priest. That's number what? Number 21 is the discipline priest. Okay. So that's not too bad. Most people were doing about the same amount of damage. And then there were a few people who actually know how to play their class, and they are doing crazy compared to the other people. But yeah, I am actually now tempted to enchant my weapon just because all them enchants and things, I do think that those had a big impact there. We can take a look at how big of an impact they had. You can see just how much damage she was doing. This is the wrong character. So Sheer was her top DPS, and she did an average hit was 19,000 with that. What was my average Sheer? See, my average Sheer is only 15,000 damage. So a decent portion of that is those trinkets that she has and other things. So, like, basically she's doing about 25% more damage per Sheer. What else? So, Immolation Aura does, oh my god, a maximum hit of 72,000. Maximum hit of 72,000. So there's 115 counts of that. I have how many? I have 111 counts. So our uptime for this was virtually identical. And with that uptime, I got... Wow, I got 2 million damage into that. That's kind of crazy. And see, so she got 2.6. So that's a lot. She has 117 counts of that. I have 132 shears. How many soul cleave comparison? She has a lot more soul cleaves than I do because she was using the more cleansing flame. Huh. She had 10 sigils of flame that she used, which I didn't use very much at all. She actually was using throw glaive, interestingly enough. She used 15 of these. She had 2 interrupts and she had 3 arcane torrents. Is this an overall data? Was that fight long enough to do 3 arcane torrents? Immune, 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 immune. Interesting. So, very interesting. For a second I thought his melee was his top damage. I'm like, no, that can't be the case. So, Chaos Strike, Fell Rush, Demon Blades, Throw Glaive. Interesting stuff. But yeah, the cool thing is that you can actually look at certain things, like, for instance, you can check the count here. Oh, sorry, this is 162 total. I'm an idiot. 162. So yeah, I had 4 fewer ticks of Immolation Aura than she had. And that's relatively insignificant. The primary difference in terms of actual rotation, I think, is probably she uses the Sigil of Flame more frequently, right? Sigil of Flame does a pretty good amount of damage. Let's see what percentage of her damage done that is. So Sigil of Flame is about 2% of her damage done. So my understanding is that you should be using it. She does have Infernal Strikes, which she has 7 of them, and that's 2% of her damage. So that's a pretty good amount for only 7 globals. And let's see, how many Infernal Strikes do I have? Yeah, so my Infernal Strikes make up a slightly larger percentage, and I was actually using them during that fight, like I'm supposed to. Sigil of Flame, though, I wasn't using properly. I'm going to need to find some sort of cooldown gathering thing to... You know, it said that the average wait time was 1 minute. It lied to me. But we can analyze DPS. And this is the purpose of Recount, is to be able to look at in such detail and be able to say, okay, well, what is making up what percentage of who's DPS. And, you can see that we have similar, I believe, like the actual... I don't know what Cleansing Flame is. Oh, Cleansing Flame is that proc. Cleansing Flame is the proc from her trinket. So this trinket, just the direct damage off of that proc, is 6% of her overall damage done. That's just the trinket's initial proc. It also increases damage against demons by 10%. So, Arcane Blast? What's Arcane Blast coming from? I don't know what either of these effects are, so I'm gonna Google Arcane Blast. So, wow, Arcane Blast. This is... They should not reuse the same name over and over again. This is not good, because now I can't tell, because she's obviously not a mage, so she isn't using Arcane Blast from that. So this is a proc of some sort. So the question is, what kind of a proc is it? Is it I would assume it's from a trinket? But these two abilities that she has that I don't understand what they are actually making up. I assume that Cleansing Flame. I'm gonna. Okay, yes, Cleansing Flame is that trinket. This is what I thought it was. But the question is, where is she getting Arcane Blast from? So. I'm gonna check like Draenor enchantments. This is not what I need. Sometimes so Mark of the Bleeding Hollow, I believe, is what she has. Does she have Mark of the Bleeding Hollow? She should have Mark of the Thunderlord. Mark of the Thunderlord increases crit by 500. Bleed. Yeah, so it's not a weapon enchant. So it's not that. Huh. So where is it coming from? He has Cleansing Flame as well. I really want that trinket, because look at this. The Cleansing Flame, this is his DPS spec. It's 8% of his damage. That's crazy. That's a really, really good trinket. I want that trinket. That trinket is more damage than his, like, Annihilation, which is kind of sexy. I want the trinket. But what is this? Her 5th top damage dealt was Arcane Blast, and I don't know where she was doing it from. I'm tempted to send her a message. I'm sending her a message. Oh. Is it actually Kalistraza's? No. So I don't know whether I misspelled that horrible name. Doesn't look like it. But whatever it is, I can't send her a message. No, I'm an idiot. So there's no. That's just so tell Yorns. K. This is probably not something someone expects to get. The problem is that if I just Google Arcane Blast, those are that good? I think I might have deleted. Jesus Christ. That is so much damage. I cannot believe that damage. 10% of her damage done came from those gloves, and they're 685. Blizzard is trolling. Oh, wow. Let's see. Let's look at all these demons, of course. I can't... Oh, God. Well... I'm kind of lagging a bit. Should have Googled that. I should have Googled that. I should have Googled it. I didn't Google it. Now, my life is sad. Just need to keep an eye on whether there's anything that I need to taunt off of him for. That is so crazy. That is amazing. Those gloves are so much better than their item level would indicate. And they're blue. It's like blue 685 gear that turns you into an actual god against demons. And I'm stunned. Oh, there's a Doomguard over here that I need to pick up. I'm an idiot. I think that my thing got reset back to low again. For some reason, my camera thing always keeps getting reset to some tiny, tiny value. Let's take a look. Camera, and look at that! Max camera distance is set to minimum again. So let's get this camera out, because these are huge enemies, and you can't really see past them with the default camera setup. Okay, so this boss does some stuff. He teleports one of the tanks away. He creates fields of death that you need to not stand in, and fun stuff like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and charge him. Okay, so he taunted. Not sure why he taunted. Death Brand. Okay, I should be taunting when he does that. When he does the Death Brand thing, I need to taunt because the that creates the Doom Brand or whatever it is that he's doing. Because then the demon or the whatever the Doom Guard thing that he creates. Do I create? No. Oh shit. Gotta move this guy. Okay, or not. I feel like we should not be standing next to this big thing. But I can't taunt right now.
It's too far away.
Oh, am I standing in the... No, I'm not. Let's get this down. So, we're just gonna beat on him for a while. He's using Shackled Torment. Something I'm supposed to do about this? Okay. Okay, we just had a little bit of lag. No. Thought I'd already clicked this, but no. Okay, well, he's not hitting terribly hard. That said, I just got hit with this Death Brand thing, which is no fun.
I need to get closer.
No, don't pull me in! It's like gonna pull me in. Whoa, Jesus. That doesn't look like the thing that I should be holding people into. Okay, I think that what's gonna happen is we are going to cry a bit. I'm not sure how far away I should pull from that because I get the impression that it's bad, but I don't know how bad. Okay. So he's using Reign of Chaos over there and there, and oh jeez. Let's get this moving. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not good. So I'm being nether banished right now, which is bad because I'm also taking damage. So okay. So it looks like I did get topped up. I think he's using, yep, using Rain of Fire. Touch of Shadows, which doesn't apparently require that he actually touch me. Shit, I'm dead. Just got shoved off by the Void Star. God damn it. I don't know what to do about those Void Stars. That's the second time I've been killed by a Void Star. I just don't. I don't understand it. I guess we can look at it. I didn't remember the Void Star from before, but that thing has killed me twice now. So I wasn't 8 yards away. There's no way I was that close. I was way further away than that. So yeah, the Void Stars are sort of an insta-give mechanic that's guaranteed to kill whoever it targets unless range DPS deals with it. So this is some bullcrap as I sit in the Twisting Nether. I can't even see what the HP value of the boss is at now. Life is sad. I guess I can see that who's dying, and who's dying is basically everyone. But yeah, I don't think I was 8 yards away from that thing. I really don't. On the plus side, Archmond is dead. Oh, we get a nice cutscene. We've already seen this before, I think. We can watch it again. Why not? Ugh.
Made a pact. It's done. Gul'dan failed. Draenor is free!
You don't think it's over?
Gul'dan and the devils that command him are not so easily banished. I fear this is only beginning.
If you ever need us, we will be here.
Until we meet again.
Well, if I ever
A
need
great
you, I'll
man
need you to
once
not be
told me,
here.
in the light, we are one. The future is ours, and we will see Draenor rebuilt together.
I really liked her whole arc, actually. Her entire character arc, I really enjoyed. Like, her ascension from basically just some random person that you see to, like, over time becoming a more and more prominent fighter and, like, leader was, I think it was very cool. Very well done. So did I get a shiny? I got a shiny bag. Woo! And some of it was actually leather that I can dispose of. So let's dispose of it. Ooh! 660! Oh my goodness! That's amazing! Let's get rid of that. So I am pretty sure that I did disenchant those gloves. But I'll take a look and check it out. So this is a Kirin portal that's portals to somewhere. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to... I guess it just puts me here. Okay, fine. I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It has been a pleasure to stream for you today. And I will try to work out how to sort of maximize my DPS before the next stream.